Good evening, this is TCN English News Edition, and you're watching with me, Ninghui Kim Kongsai. First, the headlines. Kuki Students Organization Cedar Hill submit memorandum to National Human Rights Commission to carry out fair investigation. Kuki MP asks PM Modi for immediate intervention in Manipur conflict, demands separate administration. Four-time MLS strip of Indian citizenship fined. News in detail. The KSO Cedar Hills has submitted a memorandum to National Human Rights Commissions of India highlighting the partisan investigations of cases of crime against the minority Kuki-Zo community by national agencies such as the NIA, CBI, and other investigative agencies. The memorandum signed by the KSO details the gruesome murders and crimes committed against the Kuki-Zo community by the Mizoritan Meitei community over the past 19 months, since May 3, 2023. The aforementioned list of few individuals below out of the many crimes who were either mercilessly murdered in broad daylight in the presence of state police and Meitei civilians, including Mera Paibis, or crime which took place in some isolated places, are one of the most heinous barbaric acts by the radical Meitei mob since the 3rd of May last year, 2023, till the present day. David Teague, Mar 32, his head was decapitated. His palm was pinned on the wall by one PRO to a minister. 2nd July 2023. Kamling Sadlun Kim, 25, male. Corpse butchered and mutilated into pieces, and the remains still unrecoverable. 13 April 2024. Kamila Lupeng, 23, male. Corpse butchered and mutilated into pieces, and the remains still unrecoverable. 13 April 2024. Florence Ningpi Chong Hangsing, 27, female. Gang rape and murder in the presence of Mera Paibis and radical Meitei mob. 4th May 2023. Olivia Lingney Tim Chongloi, 23, female. Gang rape and murdered in the presence of Mera Paibis and radical Meitei mob. 4th May 2023. Tongsing Hangsing, 7, male. Burned alive inside an ambulance by Meitei mob. 4th June 2023. Lalkoho Kongsai, 26, male. Corpse butchered and chopped into pieces by the Meitei militants. Date 9 June 2023. Jingzaluan, 65, female. Burned alive inside a house by Meitei radical mob at Chandil. Date 9 June 2023. Henlasim Gangte, 48, male. Burned alive inside his house at Longol by radical Meitei mob. Date 4 May 2023. Zosang Kim Mar, 30, female. Gang rape and burned alive by Meitei militants at Jai Road. 7 November 2024. Liet Min Thang Sung That Hau Kip, 26, male. Bludgeoned to death and burned inside his quarter residence at Imphal. 4th May 2023. Paulal Mun Hau Kip beaten to death at Singzamay, Imphal. Date 4 May 2023. The KSO has urged the National Human Rights Commission to look into the cases of these individuals and bring justice to the affected families. The organization has also demanded that the Commission take necessary steps to instill confidence in the rule of law in the land. Bareback Women Coordinator KSO Cedar Hills said that on this day 10 December 2024, we gather here to show our resentments against the biased investigations of crimes and atrocities committed against the Kuki communities, particularly on women and children. It's been 19 plus months and our voice has been silenced. Furthermore, we'd like to ask the national mainstream media or any other investigating agencies to ensure proper investigations to all the crimes which have been committed against the Kuki communities. Human rights seems to be translated as Meitei rights in the present context of Manipur. From our rights to living a dignified life to be given a proper burial, all of our rights as human beings seems to be evading since 3rd May 2023.
10 December 2024, we gather here to show our resentment against the biased investigation of crimes and atrocities committed against the Kuki-Zo community, particularly women and children. It's been 19 months plus, and we have been silenced and our voice has been suppressed. Human rights seems to be translated as Meitei rights in the context of Manipur. From our rights to living a dignified life to being given a proper burial, or all of our rights as a human beings seems to be evading us since 3rd May of 2023. Furthermore, we would like to ask the national medias or any other investigating agencies to ensure proper investigation to all the crimes which has been committed against the Kuki-Zo communities. Lastly, we would urge the Chairperson of National Human Rights Commission of India to take up cases of crime against Kuki-Zo community for dispensation of equal justice to all its citizens.
Lastly, we urge the Chairperson of National Human Rights Commissions of India to take up cases of crimes against the Kuki-Zo community for dispensations of equal justice for all its citizens. In a passionate appeal to Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, the Kuki MP representing the Kuki people of Manipur has called for immediate intervention to expedite a political solution to the ongoing crisis in the region. The letter sent to Prime Minister's office requests the establishment of a separate administrations for the Kuki community, highlighting the grave existential threat they believe they are facing in the current conflict. The Kuki people, who have endured over 18 months of violence and displacement in Manipur, expressed frustration over the lack of meaningful intervention from the government of India. They allege that the violence against their community has been exacerbated by ethnic cleansing efforts orchestrated by local political figures, particularly Chief Minister Biren Singh, and accused the Indian government of favoring the Meitei community in the ongoing conflict. The letter strongly rebuffs accusations of Kuki community being illegal immigrants, a narrative that has been pushed by the state government. The Kuki MP argues that this framing unfairly trivializes the historical and cultural ties of the Kukis with the land, pointing to centuries of peaceful coexistence with other communities in the region. They also highlight the Kuki people's contribution to India's independence struggle, including their resistance during the Kuki uprising 1917 to 1919 and their involvement in Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's Indian National Army. Despite these contributions, the Kuki MP claims that successive Indian governments have failed to address their grievances, including the denial of constitutional rights under provisions like the 6th Schedule of the Indian Constitution. They accuse the state government of manipulating state machinery and militias to carry out ethnic violence and express doubts about the feasibility of coexisting peacefully with the Meitei community under the current circumstances. Furthermore, the Kuki leaders challenge the Indian government's stance on the conflict, particularly the narrative surrounding illegal immigrations from Myanmar, which they argue has been used to justify the violence against their community. They express disillusionment with statements from Indian leaders, including the Home Minister, who have blamed illegal immigrations as a key factor in the unrest. The letter culminates in a plea for the Kuki people to be granted a separate administration, citing their loyalty to India and strategic importance in the region. The Kuki MP stresses that their geographical locations along Indian eastern frontier make them a critical asset to India's national security, particularly in relation to Myanmar, and that granting them a separate administrative entity would benefit both the Kuki people in the country. In their closing remarks, the Kuki MP asked the Prime Ministers to act swiftly, emphasizing that their community's loyalty should not be taken for granted. They believe that history will remember Prime Minister Modi for taking the necessary steps to resolve the long-standing crisis in Manipur and providing a fair and just solution to the Kuki people. The appeal has drawn attention to continuing humanitarian crisis in Manipur, where violence has resulted in the deaths of at least 222 people, the destructions of hundreds of villages, and the displacement of tens of thousands. Thousands of people gathered at Tau Ground in Imphal today to participate in a mass protest against the Armed Forces Special Powers Act (AFSPA), marking International Human Rights Day with a call for justice and the repeal of the Contentious Law. The demonstration was jointly organized by prominent civil society organizations, CSOs, including the All Manipur United Clubs Organization, AMUCO, Poire Leimaro Meira Paibi Apunba Manipur, Manipur Students Federation, Center for Human Rights, and All Manipur Women Voluntary Association. Participants, including students and individuals from diverse communities, voiced their anger and frustrations over what they term as a draconian act that violates fundamental human rights. Protesters carried placards and banners demanding the complete withdrawal of AFSPA from Manipur and other northeastern states, accusing the act of fostering impunity and perpetuating human rights abuses in the region. The gathering reverberated with slogans such as "Repeal AFSPA," "Self-determination is our right," "Don't obliterate Manipur," and "Stop killing innocent people by Kuki terrorists." In the month of November, the center reimposed the Armed Forces Special Power Act, under which an area is declared as disturbed for the confidence of security forces to operate in Manipur's 6 police stations areas, including the violence-hit Jiribam. In a notification, the Union Home Ministry said the decision was taken given the continuous volatile situation there due to the ongoing ethnic violence. The police stations areas where AFSPA has been reimposed are Sekmai and Lamsang in Imphal West District, Lamlai in Imphal East District, Jiribam in Jiribam District, Leimakung in Kangpokpi, and Moirang in Bisnupur. The first order came after the Manipur government imposed AFSPA in the entire state on October 1, bearing 9 police stations areas that include 6 districts. The police stations excluded from the Manipur government's October 1 order of AFSPA imposition were Imphal, Lamphal City, Singsamai, Sekmai, Lamsang Patsoy Wangoy, Porompat, Hengang, Lamlai Irilbung, Leimakung, Taubal, Bishnupur, Nambul, Moirang, Kaksing, Jiribam. The AFSPA, which grants sweeping powers to security forces in these top areas, has long been a force of contentious in Manipur and other parts of the northeast. Protests against the act have intensified in recent years, with civil society groups, activists, and the public calling for its revocation. As the protests gained momentum, speakers at the event reiterated the demand for a peaceful and rights-respecting approach to governance in the state. The gathering underscored the enduring commitment of Manipur's people to fight for justice and dignity in the face of long-standing challenges. Today on the 9th, the district administrations distributed relief materials to internally displaced persons, IDPs staying in relief camps in Lamka. The relief materials were distributed at the district mini-secretariat in Tuibo. The relief materials included rice, pulses, potatoes, salt, and cooking oil. The distribution was carried out in the presence of sub-divisional officers SDOs of the respective areas. In the Tuibong SDO area, 47 relief camps with 7,128 IDPs received 397.33 bags of rice, 80.80 bags of pulses, 31.50 bags of potatoes, 20.35 bags of onion, 49.90 tins of cooking oil, and 693 tin fishes. In the Churchampur SDO area, 32 relief camps with 5,563 IDPs received 310.14 bags of rice, 63.20 bags of pulses, 24.90 bags of potatoes, 15.89 bags of onion, 38.80 tins of cooking oil, and 539 tin fishes. In the Saikot SDO area, 7 relief camps with 1,061 IDPs received 59.14 bags of rice, 12.20 bags of pulses, 4.60 bags of potatoes, 3 bags of onion, 7.30 tins of cooking oil, and 103 tin fishes. In the Singat SDO area, 4 relief camps with 919 IDPs received 51.30 bags of rice, 10.60 bags of pulses, and 4.10 bags of potatoes, 2.60 bags of onion, 6.50 tins of cooking oil, and 91 tin fishes. In the Sangaikot SDO area, 4 relief camps with 858 IDPs received 47 bags of rice, 9.80 bags of pulses, 2.40 bags of onion, 6.10 tins of cooking oil, and 85 tin fishes. Today, a total of 865.81 bags of rice, 176.60 bags of pulses, 68.90 bags of potatoes, 44.24 bags of onion, 108.60 tins of cooking oil, and 1,511 tin fishes were distributed to IDPs. As of today, there are 92 relief camps with 15,529 IDPs. The Manipur Police, the Central Forces, and the Forest Department intensified operations against the poppy plantations in Manipur in the past few days. The operations in different districts resulted in the arrest of 4 persons and the destruction of about 39.76 acres of opium cultivation. According to media reports, during the operations conducted in the Kamasun race of Ukhrul district bordering Myanmar, 4 persons were arrested for allegedly indulging in illegal poppy cultivation. The arrested individuals were identified as Paimi Ramsak, 27, Laisan Simra, 49, Kapamkhui Kasim, and Yate SV, 22. The team destroyed about 30 acres of opium cultivations in the area. The joint team, in the presence of an executive magistrate, conducted yet another poppy destruction drive in Senapati district's Malpungdong area bordering Nagaland. The team destroyed 1 acre of the plantations area and initiated necessary actions against the village chairman. The report further stated that the team conducted a similar drive on December 5 in Kangpokpis, Mukuylongdi, and Thonglang Atongba Hill ranges and destroyed about 8.76 acres of poppy fields in the area. The officials had registered a case for further investigations into the matter. It may be mentioned that the Manipur government has an ongoing campaign on war on drugs to combat the growing number of poppy cultivations, resulting in the loss of forests due to vast areas of land used for illegal cultivation. The number of tourists at Nagaland's annual cultural extravaganza Hornbill Festival has surpassed last year's footfall with over 7.73 lakh people, including 2,375 foreigners visiting picturesque Naga heritage village Kishama, where the 10-day event is underway, officials said on Monday. Altogether, 1,54,057 visitors thronged Kisama, some 12 kilometers from the state capital Kohima last year. With only a day left for the 25th editions of Hornbill Festival to conclude, cultural performances by all 18 tribes of the state continue to enthrall visitors in the Naga heritage village. Tourists witness not just the colorful culture of the state, but also enjoy traditional games and sports. The exotic cuisines and the Hornbill International Music Festival in the evening, the official said. The cultural performances by the tribes were presented by the Department of Art and Culture on the theme Cultural Connect. This year, the total footfall is 173,887 so far. The highest visitor count was recorded on Sunday, the 8th day of the festival, at 26,274, and the lowest at 14,502 on the 4th day. The tally includes 2,375 foreigners, 48,103 domestic tourists, and 1,23,409 locals. Commenced on December 1 with the beating of Naga Gong by Governor La Ganeshan and Chief Minister Nephew Ryo in the presence of leaders of partner countries of this edition, the UK, Wales, Peru, USA, and Japan, and state partners Telangana and Sikkim. The curtains will fall upon the festival on Tuesday night. Meanwhile, as the festival draws to a close, there have been mixed reactions from visitors over the celebrations, with most of them appreciating the cultural performance of the tribal people, while some have made constructive suggestions as well. Nagaland Tourism and Hornbill Festival is very nice, more nice people, said G. Raghavendra Akarazu from Hyderabad. It is a lovely festival over India, really interesting Naga cultural activities, said Ramprasad Das from West Bengal, Siliguri. An amazing experience at the Hornbill Festival, said as Minami from Edinburgh in Scotland. The 10-day festival has been showcasing Nagaland's deep-rooted traditions and its rich cultural heritage in all its ethnicity, diversity, and grandeur, another official said. All the tribes of Nagaland take part in the festival, named after the hornbill bird which is present in their folklore. People can enjoy Naga food, songs, dances, and customs during the festival. I have fallen in love with the Hornbill Festival since my first visit 10 years back, and since then I have come 5 times. I love the efforts of the youth in keeping the tradition alive, said P. Hatri. However, she expressed disappointment with the renewal of the pavilions with high structures, saying that it has blocked the view of the Morong's Naga traditional huts. The concluding day of the festival on Tuesday will have cultural performance, and the closing ceremony will start at 5 p.m., a tourism official said. The Global Naga Forum has mourned the loss of a visitor to the Hornbill Festival, stating that it is deeply saddened to learn about the untimely demise of Nigel Richard Goodman, a 67-year-old international tourist from Bradford, UK. The cherished visitor passed away on the evening of December 7 while attending the Hornbill Festival, GNFC. We extend our heartfelt condolences to Mr. Goodman's bereaved family and friends during this difficult time. His presence at the festival was an honor for us, as it reflected the global appeal of our cultural celebration. We regret that our esteemed international guests had to pass away during these seasons of joy, when the people from diverse backgrounds are immersed in the festive spirit of the Hornbill Festival here in Kishama and eagerly preparing for the celebrations of the birth of Jesus Christ, the Savior. These unfortunate incidents remind us of the fragility of life, even in moments of great joy, the prominent Naga Forum added. The Global Naga Forum, while paying its sincere condolences to the family of the bereaved, also appeals to be concerned authorities in Nagaland to ensure the utmost care and dignity in handling Mr. Goodman's mortal remains. Such a gesture will reflect the true spirit of Naga hospitality and our deep respect for visitors, preserving the goodwill we are known for worldwide, it added. The Manipur Commission for Protection of Child Rights (MCPCR) has on Monday issued and advisory to the Directorate of Education for monitoring of implementations of RTE Act 2009 and the Manual on Safe and Security of Children in Schools developed by NCPCR New Delhi. Under Section 31 of Rights of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009, the MCPCR is mandated to be the monitoring authority of RTE Act 2009 in the state, read the advisory. Children are the national assets, and building a safe and secure environment in schools are paramount to ensure a child-friendly learning space which will impact positive vibes to attain wholesome mental and physical well-being besides acquiring academic heights. A safe school builds a culture of safety with awareness and vigilance along with sensitivity to the issues involved. The MCPCR will monitor the effective implementations of the provisions of RTE Act and safety guidelines prescribed by NCPCR, for which inspections visits for government and private-run schools in the state will be carried out soon, if further read. The tasks include mainstreaming of internally displaced children, prohibitions of corporal punishment, bullying of students at schools, and formations of anti-bullying committee at schools, infringements of rights of the marginalized sections of the students, such as transgender interferences and dictates by school authorities upon right of community, and unauthorized visitations by the parents to their works in school. The MCPCR advisory read. Director of Education is directed to inform concerned JEOs to be nodal officers and join the commissions in the inspections of schools, as their involvement will enable a more thorough evaluations and ensure the effective implementations of safety and security measures in schools. It further read. The Tripura government has disclosed that Bangladesh owes Rs 161 crore in unpaid electricity bills, with the outstanding amount increasing by 135 crore in recent months. The electricity supply to Bangladesh is governed by bilateral agreement facilitated by the NTPC, Vidyut Vyapar Nigam Limited, which oversees cross-border electricity trade on behalf of the government of India. Addressing the issue, Tripura's Power Minister Ratan Lal Nath said Tripura supplies electricity to Bangladesh as part of a 2010 agreement between NVVN and the Bangladesh Power Development Board. States are not authorized to engage in international trade directly, so this agreement was made under central government oversight. As per the agreement, Tripura State Electricity Corporations Limited (TSECL) provides an average of 60 to 70 megawatts of electricity to Bangladesh. Although the supply may vary by 20% depending on requirements, but it has never dropped below 60 MW, not aided. The agreement obligates TSECL to supply up to 160 MW of power to Bangladesh. However, Bangladesh has been receiving less than this amount, reflecting adjustments based on its actual requirements. Despite the reduced supply, the dues owed by Bangladesh have continued to increase, raising concerns within the Tripura government. Nath emphasized the gravity of the situations by stating, the pending amount is a significant burden. NTPC has been instructed to ensure that Bangladesh clears this outstanding bill. Such delays put pressure on our state's financial resources. The minister also touched upon the political climate in Bangladesh by saying, while Bangladesh is currently under the rule of fundamentalist organization, Tripura has not stopped fulfilling its commitments under the agreement. We have maintained the supply of electricity in good faith and as per the terms agreed upon. This development has sparked debate among intellectuals and political observers. Some have called for an immediate halt to power supplies to Bangladesh until the dues are cleared. Others have linked the issue to recent incidents in Bangladesh, including attacks on Hindu minorities and the arrest of ISK CEO and monk Chinmoy Krishna Das. Telangana High Court stripped Monday former BRS MLA Chinnamanini Ramesh of his Indian citizenship, declaring him a German citizen. The court has imposed a fine of Rs 30 lakh for concealing his German citizenship and misleading the judiciary. This marks the first instance of a former legislator losing Indian citizenship. Justice B. Vijaysen Reddy said Ramesh's actions since 2009 had deprived genuine Indian citizens of their right to contest elections. The court upheld the Union Home Ministry's decision to cancel Ramesh's Indian citizenship, citing his status as a German citizen. Petitioner V. Rohit, counsel for Congress functionary Adi Srinivas, argued that Ramesh had neutralized as a German citizen in the 1990s after settling in Germany, where he worked, married, and raised a family. Ramesh, a four-time MLA for Bamulawadi, has had a long political career since first being selected in 2009. An inquiry revealed that Ramesh had retained his German passport and citizenship despite acquiring Indian citizenship in 2008. Realizing that its intervention failed to dose the 18-month-old Kuki Meitei ethnic conflagrations that continues to sing Manipur, SC on Monday focused on remedial measures by asking the state to give details of properties burned, damaged, looted, or illegally occupied during the crisis. We want every detail of such incidents. Also give details of actions taken by the state in its of these incidents and whether the properties which have been encroached upon or illegally occupied have been restored to the original owners and whether the encroachers have been penalized. Ordered a bench of Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna and Justice Sanjay Kumar. The bench told Solicitor General Tushar Mehta and Additional Solicitor General Aishwarya Bhatti that the court is not going to pass any orders on supplementary applications filed by other persons, as it is union and state governments that have to take action, not us. Mehta told the court that governments are aware of the ground situations and are taking remedial measures. We are advisedly not resorting to aggressive actions which could be counterproductive to the priority of restoring peace in the state. The SC also informed the court that details of the properties burned, damaged, looted, or illegally occupied will be given in seal cover to the court, as making it public could trigger violence. We will also give details of recovery of looted arms and ammunition, he said. Appearing for Justice Gita Mittal Committee, Senior Advocate Vibhadatta Makhiza say the committee is doing commendable work in the rehabilitations of people displaced by ethnic violence and requires certain directions from the court. The bench also asks Union Home Ministry to coordinate with Manipur government in ensuring that the recommended measures for rehabilitations of displaced persons are implemented at the earliest. SC, which first heard the petitions filed by one Dingang Longangme on May 8 last year, has since conducted 27 hearings during which it appointed Justice Mittal Committee more than 1.5 years ago and appointed a Susan Sluch to supervise investigations into criminal cases filed against members of both communities for their roles in the ethnic crisis. It all started with Manipur AC's April 2023 order directing state government to respond to a more than decade-old letter from union government seeking its view on demand from Meitei community for declaring them tribal community entitled to reservations like cookies in government jobs and admissions to government educational institutions. The cookies in tribal areas started violent protests against the AC order, which they apprehended would dilute their recruitment to government jobs. Rebel forces in Syria captured the capital Damascus and toppled the regime of President Bashar Assad in a lightning-quick advance across the country. Meanwhile, the ceasefire in Lebanon is holding despite ongoing Israeli airstrikes on Hezbollah targets, which Israeli officials said are response to ceasefire violations by the Iranian-backed militant group. The Israel Defense Forces continues its intense airstrike and ground campaigns in Gaza. Tensions also remain high between Israel and Iran after its tit-for-tat long-range strikes in recent months and threats of further military actions from both sides. The UK-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights Watchdog said on Tuesday that Israel has conducted around 310 airstrikes across Syria since the fall of former President Bashar Assad's regime on Sunday. The group, which documents war crimes and human rights abuses related to the Syrian civil war and has generally been described as pro-opposition and anti-Assad, said the targets included Syrian airports, aircraft, radars, air defense systems, scientific institutions, and weapons and ammunition depots. SOHR said Israeli strikes have been reported all across the country, from Deir ez-Zor in the east to the coastal province of Latakia in the west. Israeli strikes have reportedly hit targets in major cities including the capital Damascus, Aleppo, Hamas, Homs, and Dara, SOHR said. Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sar confirmed Monday that Israeli forces attack strategic weapons arrays, residual chemical weapons capabilities, missiles, and long-range rockets inside Syria to prevent them from falling into the hands of extremist elements. The Syrian Civil Defense, also known as the White Helmet, said it had conducted its search for detainees within Setnaya prison on Monday after failing to uncover any unopened or hidden areas within the facility. The prison previously held thousands of people detained by the former regime of ousted President Bashar al-Assad. Families of the missing and survivors believe that some detainees might have been unable to leave over the past 2 days, potentially due to being held in tightly sealed and secure areas, those close to stations told the White Helmets, prompting the search. Specialized teams conducted a thorough search for all sections, facilities, basements, courtyards, and surrounding areas of the prison, the White Helmets said in a statement. These operations were carried out with the assistance of individuals familiar with the prison and its layout. However, no evidence of undiscovered secret cells or basements was found. The statement also called on international organizations and local authorities to support the efforts of the Syrian Civil Defense in uncovering the fate of the detainees and returning them to their loved ones. We share the profound disappointment of the families of the thousands who remain missing and whose fates remain unknown, the statements continue. We stand in solidarity with the victims' families, fully understanding their anguish and their longing for answers about their loved ones. A Kachin independence organization, delegations headed by its chairman, General M. Ban La, traveled to China on 8 December 2024 at the invitations of the Chinese government. The invitation comes as the KIO's armed wing, the Kachin Independence Army KIA, is involved in ongoing intense fighting in Bhamo and Mansi townships in Kachin state. The KIA had already taken over all the border crossings with China in Kachin state, which caused China to ban all border trade between China and Kachin state. The agenda for what will be discussed at the meeting has not yet been disclosed, according to Colonel Nobu, spokesperson for the KIO or KIA. He said to KNZ on 9 December, the KIO envoy visited China because the Chinese government extended an invitation to the KIO leaders. Whether there will be a meeting or any other details are not yet known. What I can confirm is that the KIO envoy led by General M. Ban La departed for China yesterday, 8 December. A Kachin political analyst with expertise in China suggested that the invitations to the KIO might be an effort by China to put the KIA under pressure to halt its offensive in Bamo, or an attempt to negotiate the reopening of the border crossing now under KIA control. He said there are two possible reasons for the invitation. The first is to discuss the reopening of border posts, and the second is to push for an end to the ongoing battle of Bamo. However, Colonel Nobu suggested that the meeting could also be the first of regular monthly or bi-monthly meetings between the Chinese government and the KIO. In the last few months, the KIA has taken control of a region that was, until recently, known as Kachin Special Region 1 from the junta-aligned Kachin Border Guard Force, BGN. Previously, the Kachin BZF controlled all of Kachin Special Region 1, an area with large reserves of rare earth metals that cover areas of Kachin State in Wangmo, Chipwi, and Solo townships, including the border with China. Even before the KIA had taken control of these areas, China had been putting pressure on it not to launch offensives in the former Kachin Special Region 1. But the KIA defied China and took control of Chipwi town on 29 September 2024, Pangwa town on 18 October, and Kampyakti town on 20 November. By the time the KIA took Kampyakti town, China had already closed all the border crossings in an attempt to pressure ethnic armed organizations, EAOs, to stop their offensives near to the border with China. Since 4 December, the KIA has been attacking Bamo town, about 40 miles, 64 kilometers from the KIA-controlled border town of Wizi. The Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army, MNDAA, and the Tang National Liberation Army, TNLA, which control large areas of northern Shan State that border Kachin State, including Lasio town, formerly the junta's Northeastern Regional Command headquarters, have also come under pressure from China. As a result of the pressure, they have issued statements saying they desire a ceasefire and are willing to hold talks with the junta. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.